What is going on, everybody? Quan Credible here, and today we are going to talk about a topic I've been wanting to touch on for a very long time, and that is the fate of the dragon sword, or the dragon handle, or the broken sword, whatever you call it. I kind of like the dragon handle, whatever, but just the fate of it in general. Because ever since chapter 21, when it was broken up by Percival and his group, it has been in their possession for a while now, and I feel like there could be some potential for it to be a more of a mainstay weapon back in the story. Similar to how it was back in the original Seven Deadly Sins. If you remember, like in the very beginning, Meliodas would use it in tandem with his full counter ability. So I feel like there is potential for it could be used by one of the main cast members now. So in this video, I'm just going to be going over its, potential to be used by, each of the main cast members, being Percival, Annie, Nansons, as well as Donnie. Not really going to say too much about Sin, because I'm not, for sure how he would even use it. I have a whole nother video for Sin coming out in the future. So like I'll save all that for then. But I'm going to start from the most least likely to get it and then work all the way up to the person I think is most likely to get it. I'm kind of going to go that way. I feel like it might be fun. But anyway, as for the most least likely person I feel like would get it, that would be Annie. Now, Annie, I can't really see much of a reason for her to have it at all, considering she fights with a rapier. Her magic is more or less just kind of sensing people's true intentions. There isn't really much else to it. I mean, granted, she is skilled at using a sword, or granted, she is skilled in sword play because the rapier is still considered a sword, but not the kind that would be, conducive to using a broken sword. So there's not really much to say about her using it. And honestly, I don't even think she's even touched the thing since it's been broken. So she's like absolutely 100% probably not going to get it at all. Now, as for the next least likely person I feel like would get it, would be Nanson's. Now, the thing with Nanson's is I feel like it would supplement his ability potentially well, how depending on how he could use his ability to craft potions and poisons and then coat that on the sword and then possibly be able to shoot it out. That's kind of like the only utility he would get out of it. Outside of that, he really has no real reason to have it. It doesn't really hold much of a symbolic meaning from Seven Deadly Sins to now for him to get it, nor like outside of the instance I just used would he get much utility out of it. So honestly, him and Annie, they just have like really no reason to have it. Now, as for the next two being, or the next one I should say, being Percival being the new main character, the new MC, it would make a lot of sense for him to get it, seeing as, Meliodas, the old MC, had it, Percival, the new MC, would have it, and also it would supplement his hero type magic extremely well, because as we know, hero type magic can essentially, at the moment right now, can essentially do just about whatever you want it to do. So Percival could, craft swords or different weapons just off of the hilts, because I mean, we know the actual broken sword part isn't there, but with hero type magic he can still do something with that. He can still make a sword out of it or make whatever weapon he wanted to. So there would be that utility, as well as, like I was saying, there is the symbolic meaning of old main character and new main character sharing the same weapon. It would be really cool to see. Honestly, I would not be upset at all if Percival ended up with the dragon hilt. Now, as for the most likely person, I feel like a lot of other people probably think this as well, but the most likely person would be Donnie, which is funny. Donnie has actually been in possession of the hilt the entire time. So like ever since it's been broken, he has had it. It's been with him in like multiple panels, as you can see. Like he typically always has it with him. So he's kind of had the most time with it, so it would make sense for him to just keep it. Now, as we do know, he does use a dagger to like supplement whatever his ability is, to like lift things up. So as we do know, in Seven Deadly Sins, like in the verse in general, being Fortnite's Apocalypse also, that your weapon can supplement your magical ability and make like what your magical ability is that much stronger, since you're able to like channel it through it or use it as a conduit to bring out more power. So the dagger that Donnie uses potentially could just not be that powerful to really get maximum usage out of his ability, whereas the dragon hilt, we know it can be used in tandem with abilities because we've seen it get used with Meliodas' full counter and things like that. So it would be reasonable to believe that Donnie could potentially get a small buff off of using this with his ability. And honestly, Donnie at the moment, granted, we are getting more into his development as of the recording of this video, but he definitely has the least things going for him in terms of like a combat scenario or actually fighting. So I feel like him being able to make usage out of this would be really, really dope to see. So honestly, he's also the person that I would like to use it like the most. And I didn't mention this in the beginning, but there's a fifth possibility for the future of the dragon hilt sword or broken sword, and that would be it could just be used for the actual whole coffin of eternal darkness again. This could be a major reoccurring plot point for Knights of Apocalypse. It could be that, you know, the Knights of Camelot may make a second attempt and try to get the actual key back from them, similar to how the Holy Knights were trying to get it from Meliodas in the beginning. So we could, or in the beginning of 7 Deadly Sin. So it could be something along those lines. Honestly, I wouldn't mind that much. Like that wouldn't bother me. Just because like it's kind of cool when the sequels will like mirror the original series in that kind of way. I feel like that could be a little neat touch. But that's pretty much it for my exact theories on who I believe could get it. Now, as I had just said, Donnie is probably my like main person I would want to get it. I am curious down below which person do you think should get it, or maybe you think it should just get returned back to Meliodas. I mean, they are on their way to Leonis. Maybe he wants it back. Who knows? So yeah, like I said, let me know down below who you think should get the sword or what you think the future of the Dragon Hilt sword will be. I am very curious to know you guys' opinion on that. Make sure you guys like the video as well as subscribe to the channel for more Knights of Apocalypse content. I do enjoy bringing it to you guys. It is always a fun time. Outside of that, make sure you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure you stay cool out there because it is so very hot outside. And with that, I will see you all in my next video.